another episode of Good Dawning with myself, Mr. Floyd. My name's Josh, and we do this Monday through Friday at the same time, same bat time, same bat channel every weekday here. Monday through Friday. Let's get centered on the camera. There we go. All right. So welcome. Grateful everybody is here. And all right. So today we have the hero's journey, and who knows where your journey is going to take you. Just stay grateful, right? And we're going to work with the dream amethyst again, the hero's journey. Where is your life taking you? And this came from Chloe's crystals, and apparently she's got a new box of crystals. But so once she gets that unpacked, probably next weekend. Lean, good dawning, Scotty boy. We will have Chloe's crystals, not this weekend, but probably next week. She's still got to sift through what she's got, but there is elite shungite available if you are so inclined. There is shungite on the community page from Chloe at crazy Eddie prices, right? Yeah. Too low to state because they're insane. So check out Chloe there and see what she's got. All right, let's see who's here. Millie, good dawning. We'll save that. All right. All right, Laura B, good dawning. If you missed Laura last night, 2 hours of amazement. And so thank you, Laura, for joining us last night. She's our resident oracle and tarot reader, and she'll be joining us again next week. If you need any energetics outside of what you would get like on live YouTube, you can email Laura at letspiritguide.com. Or, of course, you can check out our website at letspiritguide.com as well. Or you can see our Instagram, letspiritguide_. There we go. At letspiritguide_ on Instagram as well. If you need a gram in an instant. But, I don't know. Do you? All right. So welcome. Let's see what we got here. All right, Scotty boy. Angela. Victor, good dawning. Sorry I missed. Not always going to be in the truth wave in the dawning there. Sometimes the truth is I have to wave myself awake and jump in the shower and such. So if it's on, it may be on in the background, but sometimes you won't see me in the chat there. And it's Truth Wave Energy Meditation. If you've never checked that out, a good portion of us from the channel are there at 9:45 in the dawning and 9:45 in the evening. Those are Eastern times in the evening. But so yeah, let's work with the hero's journey cards here. I swear it seems like it was just 3 days ago with Laura. And I know time is just really being loopy. I'm gonna leave it at that. I keep forgetting I got to work today at 4 at the close the crystal shop. And babysit the emptiness of this. But yeah, all right. So let's see what we got here. Time is really odd right now. No kidding. Like the Alan Parsons Project time. It flows on like a river to the sea. Fast. I can go with fast. That's for sure. All right. Yolanda, good dawning. Grateful to see you in the chat, beautiful soul. And all of you who suggested Mullen tea, thank you. I've not yet gone to but it's all kind of passed. But yeah, Mullen tea would have probably zapped that up a lot faster. Thank you. Thank you for the email, Yolanda, on that. Who we got there? Let's see. We have who slipped came through. Message with let's do this. Community moderation. Subscribers. All right, we're in subscriber only mode. So only those with the appropriate badge can join the command center here. If you want to get on the command deck, then you have to subscribe. All right, so let's see what we've got here. What does Scotty say here? Don't get Victor started on DST. Oh, I got you. All right, sorry. Yeah, we don't want to do that. All right, so there's no the TARDIS, right? You cannot climb into the TARDIS without proper permission. Once you're in the TARDIS, though, it's as big as you want it to be, right? So All right, so let's see where the TARDIS is taking us today. We're going to the hero's journey, right? Doesn't say that on the badge. It just says a painting by Rasuli, whomever Rasuli is. But, all right, so let's see what we got here. All right, we can cut these into three, un, deux, and trois, right? Let's see what we do in Korean. Il yi sa. That's it. But the only thing I remember from karate is il yi samsak o yuk kyo pao ku chip. To count to 10 in Korean. But that'll break my toes. 1, 2, and 3. All right. Since I have flat feet, I cannot create the proper ball on my foot, literally, because I have no arch, so I can't bend my toes up. So I technically cannot participate in Taekwondo. So, at least a tournament. And I can't do a proper kick. All right. Good done. Norval, good dunning. Love to see her. All right, so today's card is The Quest. Not like Vision Quest, right? Remember that movie? The Quest. All right. Plunge boldly into life. You can't just plunge, right? You got to be bold about it. So find your boldness and plunge into life. Okay, there you go. So The Quest. It's number 2 as well. You may be seeing 2s or 222 or number 2 in your present or... All right. Attune to the call. This is a crazy card. All right, attune to the call. The artwork on these cards is really good. What number is that? Number 10. So 10 would be change, right? 10 is cycle change. Or 9 is a cycle change. 10 is just change, big change. All right, so attune to the call, the change. Tune in and turn on, right? So you and Timothy Leary, you can go to Millbrook and drink LSD out of a 2-liter bottle. But yeah, so attune to the call. Tune in, turn on, but don't drop out. All right, afterglow, right? So land gracefully. So if you did tune in and turn on, right, then you would definitely have an afterglow. You'd have to land gracefully, that's for sure. So land gracefully, number 49 or 9, 10, 11, 13, or 4. So number 4. I'm going to break it down, right? So land gracefully. So if we have to plunge boldly into life, right? So tune in, turn on, find the energy is what it's asking. Tune to the energy. And then, of course, land gracefully, whatever graceful for you is. And then finally, stand up and be recognized. So first off, do you recognize yourself? But, yeah, it's holding the light there. Number 40, so 2 4s. That means the angels are watching you. If you have A4 means the angels are there. 2 4s means there's more angels watching you, and 3 4s is the designated angels are technically that's 444, right? The angels have your back. So behold, you are the inspiration you've been looking for, and that's always the case. You have to inspire yourself. None of this would have been done if I didn't inspire myself. Good dawning would have just been a thought in my mind, but if I didn't inspire myself to actually get up and produce good dawning in some form or fashion, then it would just always be a trickle of energy in my mind, but I would not have inspired to do so. So, all right, so today's cards are brought to you by the number 2 and the number 4 and the quest. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? All right, so and the letter Q for quest. So plunge boldly into life, and that's going to be different for everybody. For somebody, plunging boldly into life may be literally sitting in a corner and reading a book. For somebody else, it may be watching Star Trek or something. Or for somebody else, it may be lawn bowling, right? We don't know what boldly into life means for you. So number 10, attune to the call. So tune in, turn on, and then drop out technically into whatever you would tune in on. But don't drink a 2-liter of LSD. But there we go. And then afterglow. So land gracefully, right? So these can go in really any order. So, but again, number 49, which doubles back to a 4. So land gracefully. And then finally stand up and be recognized. So basically, it's asking you to step into your energy here. However you do so, slide boldly into your life. And once you find it, stay graceful where you are. All right, with the numbers 1, 2, and 4. So there we go. All right. There's your overly explained hero's journey dream oracle message for today. And so, what in your universe is shifting? What are you answering and attuning to the call? And so, yeah, we'll take one more random. Here, let's do a random card. See what we get. North Star. Flip your inner switch. There you go. Or if you have an old Cadillac, right, you can turn on your North Star engine. Remember those? And, I don't even know if they make that anymore. I was like a solid V6. I don't know if they make a North Star engine. All right. Grace, good dawning. But yeah. All right. So let's clear some energies today. And today we're going to open the energies up for success in whatever we do. Yeah, the North Star engine was supposed to be a good deal, but nowadays you don't know what you're getting. You get EV, hybrid, electric. I don't know if I was going to get an electric car, I'd wait since Toyota came out with that solid state battery that can go 700 miles and charge in like 20 minutes. And said they'll put it into production at some point. So I would not buy an EV of any sort unless you don't like driving across the country. But yeah, I'd wait for that solid state Toyota that can get 700 miles. You can get two tanks of gas for the price of one 20-minute charge or something like that. Yeah. Yeah, it was announced like a year ago, but then they're still working on putting it in production. But all these new solid state batteries that can get like 800 miles. Yeah. Don't buy. If you want to buy an EV, watch before you buy a Tesla. Go watch the videos on driving my Tesla across the country and see how fun that is. There you go. I'll stick with the. Oh, you got an Outback. There, you'd be set out here. There's like Subaru. It's like instead of punch buggy out here, it's like Subaru Crosstrek Punch, right? That's like the number one vehicle sold in Colorado. The Subaru Crosstrek. So 747, big old jet airliner. Come and take me. Where are we going, universe? Anytime I see a 747, 737, I don't know if they fly 57s or 67s or 777s anymore, but I think the 777 still flies. But yeah, so I always ask the universe, where are we going, right? Even if it's a 707, theoretically, it was the first plane. The first jet by Boeing there to fly. So there we go, right? Or so yeah, let's see here. So I do have a pin there. If you are interested in a one-on-one session with myself, Archangel Raphael, Saint Germain, Goddess Isis, Kuan Yin, Sekhmet, White Buffalo, Calf Woman, and maybe Archangel Michael, if I don't want to have a heart attack here, right? Favor. Then we do one-on-one sessions, so join us. Just send me an email at Mr. Floyd Channelings with an S at gmail.com if you are interested in a one-on-one energetic attunement session with myself. But yeah, let's see what we got. My siblings and I used to punch each other when we saw, the punch buggies. Oh yeah, totally. My stepmother used to have one. It had no floorboard, so this is back in the 80s, right? This car wouldn't pass any sort of inspection now, but yeah, so we get in the front, and there was a piece of wood on top of the floor, the deck of the floor, because you lift it up, and we would drive like this sometimes. It'd be a big hole, like this big at the bottom of the car. So yeah. You could like pitch stuff out. You could leave a trail if you wanted to, and it would just drop onto the road, right there. And of course, if you want to lose a shoe, that would be pretty easy too. PG, hope you had an amazing birthday, brother. Send me on Discord. Send me your 411, and I'll drop a mug your way. I'd be ashamed. I'll declare it at $1, because but otherwise you have to pay like 25. I don't know if you have to pay 25% of everything coming from America now. In Canada, I don't know how that works. But yeah, with the tariff wars going on, yeah, you'll send you your $1 coffee mug. But you designed it, so we want to get you one. The Flintstones card. There we go. Except he always stopped with his feet. I mean, if you need a brake job, then what do? Have to get new feet? Is that the whole idea? Do they just reshoe reshoe your foot. I mean, what do they, like resole your foot? What did they do? Our Jeep got saved. First Jeep saved our lives a couple years ago. So there you go. Favor, yeah. If you're the number one survivable vehicle in a rollover crash would be like a Jeep. Favor, the roll cage there on a Jeep, big favor. But the favor that it saved your universe there, Grace. So, yeah. All right, my parents Pinto wagon. Pinto. You had a Ford Pinto. All right. So explosives. That was it. Remember the Ford Pinto there. Anybody ever see the movie Cujo, right? And they're stuck in that Ford Pinto. It's like 99 degrees and they have no water. I mean, they made it way worse than it was. Like they just couldn't bash the dog over the head with a brick and then just keep going inside and then come back out and rebash the dog with another brick. But nonetheless, yeah, the Pinto, the car that if you rear-ended a Pinto, the gas tank was in the wrong spot and it could spark blow up the gas tank, and they were like blowing up. And the Gremlin got its props though. I mean, you got to give the AMC Gremlin some props because they did it justice in Wayne's World. There we go. When they were driving around in their Gremlin, I need a licorice dispenser though, right? Don't we all? But nobody eats red anymore, right? So I mean, actually, there's 18 states that are looking to ban the color red, all the food colorings, and then I guess they'll just follow behind from the federals. But yeah, the fuel tank was mounted outside the frame. That's an engineering. How do these things happen, dude? Just out of curiosity, if you were an engineer building a car, how does a car company allow for your gas tank to be built outside the safety structure? Not that there was a big one. There are no crumple zones back then. There might have been of your Ford Pinto, right? We had an X car, a Chevy Citation. So there you go, a big old X car. All right, so let's see. We're gonna channel today. Hopefully, we're gonna get this show on the road here. We're gonna take it to the park at some point once it gets a wee bit warmer. Colorado is 70 degrees during the day, and at night we are in the teens still. So 15, 20 degrees. It's kind of crazy how it works around here. We don't see the warmth like that, and even so you may see good dunning in May or March or at the end of March or April or what have you. But I'll be out there in a coat. So, but we'll get out to the lake at some point or somewhere and do good dunning. And if there is cell service, we could do it on top of Pikes Peak one day or something. But I don't think I have cell service up there. But Krista, good dunning. It's an interesting story of how it happened. A lot of pressure on the production line. Many mistakes with that company that caused it. Oh, there you go. Yeah, it's a shame they didn't hire Leah and Coco, right? I had a rusted out Chef Nova. Any company that builds a car called Nova, you know what Nova means, right? That's no go in Spanish. So that was the least selling car in the history of General Motors with the Hispanic population. And that's the honest truth, because Chevy Nova means no go in English term or in Spanish terms. So would you buy a car? Like, where do you buy Nova? Why do you buy a car that says no go, right? So that does not work very well. But all right. So yeah, let's see who we're gonna channel today. And then there we go. All right. When I started driving, our second Pinto wagon was over 20 years old. But you blew it better than blowing up the gas tank there. Favor to that, Yolanda. Maybe blowing up the engine was the reason. You never know these things, right? You get in trouble for blowing up the engine, but the next day the car would have gotten rear-ended. There's a favor, right? Wow, didn't put that together. Okay, the 70s had the best music, and the Pajero, the what? Okay, then I don't know what Krista's saying there. I don't know who Pajero is, but we all had different worldviews, and so she would know, but we do not. So, all right, kind of taking it chilled today. Just a nice mellow day. Have you been working on bringing peace to your universe? And as well, we're going to ground in real quick as well to our project, right? Remember, we were doing our goals. So we should be on our third goal and or fourth at this point. The little goals, if you did 3 or 4. But as of April 1st, we're going to move into our moderate goals. And speaking of moderate goals, we finished one. We're starting moderate. Here we go. Different coffee mug. I got to rinse this one out. This one's dirty, but coffee mug. So this is beginning of the moderate goals. We don't say what they are, but you get an idea, getting ideas, right? So moderate goals. So if you are interested in a coffee mug, drop me an email. I think the whole total is gonna be like $18. That's with shipping. PG, we will send you one for your birthday, brother. And you designed it, so how could you? Right, this is PG's. PG fed all the parameters into Chat GPT, and but yeah, if you notice on this one though, right here, right where my fingers are, is something signature on it. And so I don't know if ChatGPT borrowed this picture or it's original, but there's a physical signature. I can't make it out, even on the picture that PG sent. I can't make it out, but there's somebody's physical signature and a date on here. I need to get my magnifying glass. Right? Everybody should have a magnifying glass. Just be careful what you're magnifying, right? Like energy. Krista. They were very popular. South Africa. Yeah, we wouldn't know. That's the goofy thing. It's like literally walled gardens. Whatever is going on culturally in South Africa, unless you follow it directly in America, we wouldn't have zero idea. We're America, so we have to create our own cultural influences, and we have to jam them up the rest of the world. But if you know what I mean. But no, we're not allowed to get the cultural influences from except for Gangnam Style, right? Remember the Korean guy? But generally speaking, that guy from South Korea, Gangnam Style, America is not allowed to enjoy the other cultures, except for maybe ABBA, from the rest of the world. Boney M maybe, but generally speaking, no. We have to create that culture, and it has to be something that everybody really wants to watch, right? Exactly. All of, all of my son's family is in South Africa is now leaving. Oh wow, I've heard. You want to watch South Africa? You can watch what's her face? Now it's going to drive me nuts. But Carrie Kay. Carrie Kay's from South Africa. And she talks about how she has to live behind a fence and her windows, some of her lower floor windows are all barred up. And yeah, I've talked to a few people from South Africa. If you don't get out of the car and you live behind a wall and you have to lock the gate and the fence. And yeah, crazy. It's the same for Australia, US. Yeah, we have zero idea. This is kind of cool. We never just like chat and stuff. But no, the US has zero idea what's going on in Australia. I mean, we thought we did during the experiment of 19s, but phase 3 in the wild. But nonetheless, what it was a phase 3 trial in the wild, which crushes the convention that you would want to put on in a place called Nuremberg. But nonetheless. Yeah, that's the only thing we learned is about that. But we know no idea who's popular or what's going on or none of it. We just try to export it. We don't want any. We got to be arrogant enough to not want it, right? As America. But, all right. Yes, she's a 99 Luftballons, right? That's the real version. But if anybody knows the story there, was an elementary school that released a bunch of red balloons. Literally, they did a balloon launch, and as the balloons in a group started floating towards the Ramstein Air Base, they did not realize that those were 99 red balloons literally floating towards Ramstein Air Base. They thought that it was the Russians, and so we were 30 seconds to midnight. I mean, not only 90 seconds now, or 89 seconds, but yeah, we were as close to Sheboygan as we would have been during like the October surprise back in the 60s. We'll leave it at that. Yeah, so that's a true song there. But there's been closer times where literally the guy's been like, I just can't do it in Russia. And that's how close it's been. But yeah. Shelly, good Dunning. Love to see K-pop. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know any preteens, so I can't speak to preteen culture. But you know what's weird? And tell me if you guys can relate to this, right? There was a time when, like, here it's the Denver Center. It's the Ball Arena. It used to be the Pepsi Center. So whatever your town, right? You have that big ass arena, right? And some of you guys might be Madison Square Gardens. And so you would look at the list back in the day. We'd get the newspaper, right? Now you can go to polls. Here, you guys want a hint? Polestar.com. Just type in a city. Every concert, every venue, every ticketed, even if it's on Eventbrite, you name it. It's in Polestar.com, your one-stop shop to find every ticketed event in your town. Every single one for the entire year. You can see all the concerts available in the world. But yeah, so craziness, how the universe has changed there. But back in the day, man, you had to know everything. You had to know what was coming to town. You had to read it from the newspaper or go back to Macy's. Like, I'm going to a shopping mall and then go to the back of Macy's and look through the book to see what was still available. Remember that? You had to go to the back of Macy's and look through a flip book to see what concerts were available and then see what seats were available. She'd pull up the little computer, tell you 1-2 seats are available. Crazy. All right. Let's do some channeling. Let's see who we get. Care Bear, good Dunning. Hi, Laura. Hi, Scotty. There we go. My area was either a farmer's field or a nasty drive. Yeah, I bought tickets at Macy's. That's the only place you could get them. Or that at a grocery store. Some of the grocery stores had a Ticketmaster location. Now I pre-bought fish tickets that I won't see in my email until sometime in the end of June for a ticket in July. Pre-sale, I don't have to do anything. There's something to be said for having to camp out with your friends for Rush tickets. When I saw the Roll the Bones tour, I can't speak. We had to camp out. We camped out at night in a line all night long. Do you think our parents back in the day didn't care? Yeah, crazy. Just for a set of concert tickets, we slept along the sidewalk, and the police let us. I mean, crazy it was. Krista and PG. Yeah, PG. I hope you had an amazing birthday, brother. PG, if you don't know, is in Montreal, so they're at least in the outskirts thereof, and so you can wish him happy birthday in English or French if you like. But Meg, we've seen you around, Meg. Here, let's do this. Meg, Care Bear, good Dunning. You always gotta be careful when you're like trying to add somebody as a moderator because you could end up blocking them and not realize it. And be like, where did she go? We don't see Meg anymore. What happened? Ooh, we permanently blocked Meg. We don't want to do that. That's for sure. All right, so let's clear some energies. Today is hump day, so it's Mike. So let's what you need to get over the hump today. So we're going to clear some energies to get you over the hump. What's the one big thing outside of those little goals and such that you've been working on? And if you had the energy today, you could get over the hump, right? If you had a camel running around screaming your name, could you get over the hump today? All right. So as we breathe in, we will breathe in the energies of getting over that hump, whatever it is for you. Whatever project you have, whatever you have to tackle, or whatever's tackling you today, may you get over that hump in your day. So take a deep breath in with me if you would. If you don't want to, you do not have to. The breath is up to you. But if you don't take a breath at some point, I will we'll be peeling you off the floor. So either way, continue to breathe. But if you want to cycle your breath with us, there we go. That's probably your best bet, right? Then join us here. As we breathe in, we're going to see ourselves like a roller coaster, right? We're climbing the hump. As we breathe out, we're going over the hump. What is that hump for you? I think St. Germain's going to channel that as well. What is holding you back today in your universe? And, so yeah, and are you starting to make progress? For me, this is just you see it's a coffee mug, right? It took no big deal to order it, but in a lot of ways that it was. I mean, because that's progress. It's a step in the forward direction. The business cards should be in the mailbox. So speaking there of which, so we have to pick up business cards out of the mailbox. My friend and I took our supplies to the Nassau Coliseum. Yes, there's a bunch of great Dead concerts in Nassau. Sleepover for tickets. And the man said, "You don't have to do that. We just give you a bracelet now." So, we went home disappointed. Man, yeah, I know. It's kind of like you would get excited. Remember back in the day for like, people don't do this now, but like Christmas, people would sleep in Best Buy and line at Best Buy. So they'd be like the first one on Black Friday to get that crazy deal. Now you can get an 80-inch TV for $400 or something insane. Craziness. All right, so let's breathe in. As we breathe in, we're going to see the roller coaster going up. As we breathe out, right over the hump. Whatever is holding you back today in your universe, we're going to remove from our frame, right? We're going to see ourselves in clarity, rolling downhill as fast as possible, right? Pick your favorite roller coaster, and we will ride that. For me, it would be the Beast at Kings Island. It's still the world's longest wooden roller coaster. It's used to be the world's fastest wooden roller coaster and the world's highest wooden roller coaster too. But things change, right? I think the Eagle in Gurney is faster, but for sure. But I don't know. There may be a few others, but it's a wooden roller coaster. It's not that fast, anyways. But. All right, so take a deep breath in. And breathe out. See yourself going over that hump. And breathe in 4 seconds. And breathe out. We do it one more time. We don't want to do anything in twos. And breathe in. And release. All right. So from our end, then we're going to do a quick invocation to bring in the energies here and see if anybody comes through. Nope. All right, I'm going to do this one. All right, so we invoke the energies of Hump Day, right? We remove any obstructions from our universe that have kept us on a roller coaster of energetics. We remove and release those energies today. We release the energies of any project, any goal that's unfulfilled or wish that has been an uphill battle for us. We see that uphill rising over the hump. And we see ourselves going downhill with all the momentum of the universe behind us. We clear any of the energies that have had us stuck climbing the hill. And we welcome the energies of momentum forward as we crest over the hill and move forward in the roller coaster of our universe. We send all the energies that have been blocking us to our highest self and clear them from our frame and ask for energies that allow for momentum and movement forward in our universe. So it be. Hallelujah, love and light. There we go. So yeah, is there anything blocking in your universe? What's stopping your roller coaster from like and stuck on the hill? A lot of us, we get stuck. We have a project, something we want to do. We see our universe in a broader light. We see more abundance. So we want that abundance. So we start to do something and then we stop. We don't see it come in a week or a month or even a couple of days, whatever it is for you. And we stop creating that abundance. We stop doing what we're looking to do. We give up. And a lot of us give up and I'm guilty of it myself, giving up way too fast. So, yeah, I got real lazy and so gave up on, I'll make them. And no, finally grab the energies when they come. Don't sit. That's my big thing because I have to move with the energies. I can't like just be like, hey, and then it's just not how I work. So when the energies hit me, it's like, do it now. So we do. But So in your universe there, what's stopped you from cresting over the hill, right? Reaching the top of the hill and allowing yourself to start coasting down into a new universe. Because as we all know, the roller coaster itself doesn't get started until you've crested that hill, for the most part. Of course, you could come out here to Elitch Gardens and we could debate that. It's the least ranked amusement park in all of North America, in the one in downtown Denver, which is supposedly after this year moving to Aurora. So we'll see. Yeah, I don't do shows like that anymore. Smaller shows, now just outdoor ones. Wineries. Okay, there we go. There's a few wineries out here. I don't know about Colorado wine, but try the wine. Remember that scene from yeah. Don't if somebody's old guy, if you're driving around creating chaos at night after you've left the Moloko bar, and some old guy offers you to try the wine, do not try the wine. Probably not your best idea. Fear what? What was Angela afraid of? That's a question. 200 shows later, I don't go to concerts anymore. Kings Island, that's close to me, but really, that's close to you? Cool. No, go to Kings Island. Well, I grew up at Kings Island. I had a bin, and I don't know what I did with it, but like original sketches and they'd be worth a fortune now, like artist rendition sketches of the Beast roller coaster and the prototype sketches of the Twin Racer and all this stuff. And somehow I ended up, but you don't know what you have until you have it. So, but yeah, like they did a cartoon of the Beast, like back in the day. Was owned by the same company that did Scooby Doo and stuff, right? So yeah, so Taft Broadcasting. So there we go. But so yeah, they did a cartoon for the roller coasters and for each one of them, and so I had all these physical hand drawn stuff, and I had the Beast logo that would go like a lot. Yeah, could have gone in auction for sure, but a whole nother deal. All right. I lived in Woodstock for a year and went to the Joyous Lake. My dad dated Yasgur's second cousin, so there we go. Max Yasgur's second cousin. My dad dated her for a couple years. Very nice lady. But so yeah, she never met Max, but nonetheless. All right, so let's channel. Let's see who comes through here in this kind of chill show today. So, all right, so bear with me. Saint Germain, good dunning, and welcome to Good Dunning with myself, Saint Germain. We are channeling through Josh for you, to you today, and we say the same general thing every dunning, so you know that it is Saint Germain here channeling. We gave Archangel Raphael his own energetic seat on the bus, but he is not here channeling through Josh. It is just I. We do not need the combined energies anymore. We are grateful that you are here today. What in your universe is stopping you? Why are you having trouble getting over your hump in your universe? That is the question we are asking of you today. Can you see into your universe? What is blocking you? Is there something you've been looking to do, but not had the energies, the energetics to do so, not had the chutzpah, the balls, so to speak, to move your universe forward and create what you are looking for? How many of you are in perpetual motion in a circle, right? Where you are not creating a universe, you are just thriving or trying to survive. You are not thriving, right? But you are trying to survive through your day, right? But are you moving forward to create a universe that will leave you in a new day? Or are you just recycling like Groundhog's Day until he figured out the change has to come from him? Your universe, right? Are you recycling your day, right? If you watched the movie Groundhog's Day, he had plenty of the same day, right? But he had to realize that even though it was Groundhog's Day, every day, technically for many years, he had to realize within himself He is the only one who could make the day better, right? He could create a good day, or it could be Groundhog's Day for him every day. So in your universe, are you creating a good day, or is every day Groundhog's Day in your universe? That is the question only you can answer for yourself. So Saint Germain is asking you today, what is keeping you from allowing the roller coaster to crest over the hill, right? And to roll your universe into a new space. Roll yourself into a new universe, right? Can you allow for the new universe in your universe? Or are you stuck in perpetual circle, right? Does your roller coaster stop before you crest the hill? And if so, what is stopping you? Is it fear? Is it laziness? Are you stuck in a circle? Are you stuck in yourself? That is a question only you can answer, but Saint Germain wants to know for yourself. Are you even taking the time to do so, to look into that? Are you allowing for your universe to create for you, and you are not stepping into your frame? A lot of you are not realizing you are the master creator of your living universe. So if you want change in your living universe, then you have to be the one to create that change. You have to step into the change that you are personally looking for in your universe. So if you are wanting to be changed, then allow for your roller coaster to crest that hill, to go over the hump, to bring you into a new station when it lands, right? In your universe. Instead of pushing back, not completing things, not allowing the energies to flow. A lot of you want X, Y, and Z. You start to see that it might come into frame. How many of you block it because it's easier to sit in the current energies that you've been in? How many of you are blocking energies in your universe? That is a question only you can answer for yourself. So we want to know, in your universe, are you finding yourself in clear space, doing what you want, or are you finding yourself blocking your own energies out of fear, out of it's easier to sit in the space that I am than to have to work to create a new universe? A lot of us are doing that too, right? So are you finding it easier to sit in the space that you are in? Or are you getting up to do the work to create your loving living universe? That is the question, right? Are you seeing the trudge up the hill, right? The work that you have to do before you can get over the hill to crest into a new universe, right? Are you seeing that work as something you are dreading, right? Maybe you are just comfortable in the space you are at. Or are you seeing that work as like the new work, right? Creating your new universe, your new life, right? Can you see that for yourself? That is the question only you can answer for yourself, right? So from your end, how are you seeing your universe, and what are you allowing in your universe? Saint Germain is asking, because a lot of you are on that stuck hill where the roller coaster has not crested, but you are seeing where you want to be, and you are putting the foot forward, but then you are stopping as the roller coaster is starting to crest that hill. Will you allow the roller coaster to roll over the hill? Will you allow your universe forward momentum? We're not asking, you are knowing the energies right now are change, right? To change the karmic energies in yourself, to change stuff that you've been doing that might be heavy for yourself. We are not asking you to do anything crazy in your universe. And we are understanding that making a change into a new self can take time. We are not even arguing that. But what Saint Germain is asking of you, from you, to yourself, is to allow for that to happen. To allow for yourself to eclipse the roller coaster hill, go over the other side to see what is there. A lot of you are still on one side of the roller coaster. Do not have to take all of your universe, and it may take weeks, it may take months, or it may take one night. But from your end, allow the new to happen. Step into the new. If you are looking for work, allow for the universe to find it for you. Don't be afraid and sit in your frame about, I need to get work, but I'm too lazy or afraid, or I don't want to make the change in my universe, and sitting around on my Hillary Duff is going to be better, right? We are asking of you to find the better for yourself so that new can come in, so you can have new experiences, you can live a new universe, You can do new things for yourself. A lot of you have been spinning the same universe for many years. Is that working for you now? Is the question Saint Germain is asking for you. Is the universe that you are in last year working for you now this year? If the answer is yes, party on Wayne. Saint Germain does not mind. But if the answer is no, then what are you doing to allow for the new in your universe? And are you still blocking the new in your life? And if you are blocking the new, then where is the fear of the change in your universe? There's one constant in your universe, and that is change, right? So every day there is something going to be new in your universe, right? You are not going to make the meal you had yesterday exactly the same, right? You are not going to go to the bathroom and have the same volume of what you relieve in the toilet. That would be new, right? Every day is going to be different. Every day you are not going to shave. Maybe you will, but every day will be different. So keep that in mind. You are trying to keep everything the same, while the universe, you are in opposition of your universe that is trying to bring in different. If you have new energies in your frame, if you have worked through a lot of your darkness and you are seeing your light, then allow for the light to shine in your universe. Allow for the new to come in your universe. You may have to do things that you did not want to do. You may have to have more responsibilities and whatnot. But allow for those responsibilities to come in to your universe. If you are looking for change, allow for the change to happen. Be the change you are looking to see in your universe. There we go. So can you see that? Can you be that change? Can you allow? You are looking for this. Go do it. And allow for it to come in. Do not karmically push away the results, right? How many of you are trying to manifest a new universe, but at the same time sitting in your mind going, I am not worthy. I really want this, but then I don't. Whatever it is, right? How many of you want love, right? And then you see it start to maybe come in, or you see more love in your universe start to frame up, right? And then you get scared, right? So you bring down the love and crash the love around you in your universe. So from your end, can you slow down and allow for what you are trying to create? Your body knows what it wants. You know what you want. It is only your mind that stops you from allowing to have it, right? You step into your karmic lower self and you break it apart. You break the roller coaster. You sit on the hill like this. And how many of you have been sitting on a roller coaster hill for how many years, right? Wanting to go over, but only getting so far, maybe inching here and there, but not getting over the top of the hill. It is your job to release all those energies so you can go over the hill, so you can create the new universe, so you can be our highest and best self. Everybody gets the opportunity to create change in their universe. Will you allow for that change is the question. Most of you do not. And you live the same universe. You sit on the side of the hill, broken, where the roller coaster is not moving in any direction, right? We are Saint Germain, no more Archangel Raphael. We have channeled in your universe. You are the grand conductor of your roller coaster. You are the operator of your ride, right? You are creating the energetics. Are you going to sit on the hill? Or are you going to allow the roller coaster to go over the hill? Are you going to sit on your Hillary Duff? Or are you going to allow what you are trying to create to come in? And are you're going to be karmic against yourself as you see it start to frame up in your universe? Are you going to implode your universe, right? Or implode your progress so that these things don't come into frame? A lot of you do that unconsciously and not even realize that. Just by stating that you are not worthy or lack or what have you, are not even claiming it. The energies will show up in your frame and you will just be like, woohoo, I don't see you. I don't want to claim that, even though it's what I want, which is insanity because you have been saying what you want all along, but then it shows up in your frame and you run away. You are all dichotomies in some ways, but we are saying no more running away. Stand in your frame, find what you want in your universe and allow it to show up. Once it is there, do not push your roller coaster back down the wrong side of the hill, right? And do not allow your roller coaster to not roll to the top, right? Crest the hill and roll to the other side where you will see our new universe. The bar ride is pretty boring unless you are in maybe maximum anxiety. A roller coaster that will project you forward, right? A launch roller coaster. Then you launch our universe, but you keep going. You don't get karmic about it. You allow it to easily close the hill, right? In your universe, are you the launch roller coaster? Or are you getting on the chain and going stuck, stuck, stuck? That is the question for you. If you can be the launch roller coaster, if you can allow the roller coaster to take its time climbing the hill, you can frame yourself up. You can get your pieces in order, right? So when you get to the top of the hill, you are not karmic about your universe and pushing it back down. I don't want that. I don't deserve that. I don't need that. Other people can have that. I'll go to the back of the roller coaster, right? Put me in the back seat. How many of you are doing that as well? So don't be so karmic to yourselves. Allow the roller coaster to crest over the hill. Love yourselves and realize you can have Mr. Toad's Wild Ride too. If you want to ride on Space Mountain in your universe, you have to get over the first hill first. If you want to ride Orion, then you have to allow to get over the hill, right? You want to be on the diamond back, then you have to allow for these things to happen. You have to allow for the flow, right? You cannot ride the New Jersey Devil if you are not going to allow yourself the freedom and to go over the hill. Do not get karmically stuck on the hill, releasing transmission. All right, there you go. The roller coaster of your universe there, if you can you go over the energy, can you allow the roller coaster to go over the hill, to take you over the hill? Or no, maybe you can't. It's up to you. All right, so let's work with the dream amethyst here, but all right, never thought we'd use a roller coaster there, but it does make a good point. A lot of us, we know what we want, so we get on the roller coaster, start going uphill, and we start to see that we're building it, and we stop. We break the roller coaster, or we throw a stick under the wheel, right? And get stuck on the hill. And then we complain about being on the hill on top of that, right? But we created the stuck on the hill to begin with. Can we not be karmic against ourselves, right? A lot of us break down our wants and needs, our wants because we don't feel that we're deserving of it, our needs because we don't feel we're deserving of it. And then we karmically, I'm not worthy. The number one reason we don't get what we want is because we just don't feel we're worthy of it. And if you're source, you're worthy of all of the same as anybody else, right? The only difference is your programming versus somebody else. When you and DT and Elon and Hillary and her duff, when they're all laying in the incubators, no programming, zero programming, you all have equal space. It's the programming. You're not worthy. You can't do that. Why universes disappear when parents say that? You're not good enough. You're not special. Everybody's special, but you don't have the talent. Universes disappear. Parents just zap universes when they do that. So realize that, guys. Don't be so karmic to your kids. A lot of times, parents are the reason why roller coasters don't go over the crest, right? All right, so let's work with the dream amethyst here. And it's parents, that's mom and dad. It could be either or, right? Grandparents can do the same thing too. You get a grandparent who has a depression mentality with a child, and they will program that kid to be frugal as all hell, right? Frugal, and to make, you can use the heels of bread to make dinner, right? You know, that sort of energy, right? So yeah, you can program, especially if grandma's like a caretaker, you can program that into your child. All right, so we're gonna work with the dream amethyst. Energetics works best with your permissiones, and so grateful if you're still here. Your permissiones to work with the dream amethyst. What are you dreaming of today? What do you want? What do you see when you go over the hump on the roller coaster? Where are you? Where does Mr. Toad's Wild? No, Mr. Toad's Wild Ride was not a roller coaster, but where does Space Mountain take you? Right? Where Loch Ness? Everybody knows the Loch Ness roller coaster. So where does the Loch Ness take you? Right? All right. So here we go. All right. Work with the amethyst here, and of course, you should feel this. And thank you for your permission by sticking around. But you should feel this in your root and sacral chakras for sure, without question. You may even feel it in your gut. But whatever you're dreaming about today, whatever you want to create, See the roller coaster going over the hill. See your universe pulling back into the train station and getting off of the roller coaster in a new universe. Can you do that today? Thank you. I appreciate you, Neil and Shelley. Permission granted. I feel like permission to come aboard. All right. So anything I'm pulling away is going to be negative energies, things that keep your roller coaster car from crossing the crest of the hill. And of course, if you're a maximum XL2, then your roller coaster was off and broken. Maximum XL2. Is that the one in Cedar Point? Yeah. Your roller coaster was broken all year last year. So there you go. Don't be a Yeah, that's the other thing. Don't be the broken roller coaster either, right? And nobody wants to be the Beast 2. That one got to Kings Island there. They had to tear that down in, I think, 2005. For like 50 concussions. Think of the most smoothest, most awesome roller coaster that you've ever been on. And realize that could be your universe. I mean, you have to make it all complicated. We make these things so complicated. There ought to be like a deprogramming school parents have to go to. No offense if you're a parent, but no, seriously. At least if you're going to be a karmic parent, there should be like I mean, we hire karmic parents for a reason, and we ask for our parents, and what we get is really what we need. But it keeps our roller coaster, keeps us on the kiddie coaster a lot of times, so to speak, right? How many of us have been stuck on the kiddie coaster? And in a lot of ways, since my trauma reactions, right, kept me on the kiddie coaster. All right. You couldn't get on the horse. Henny cannot get on the horse. I've been bucked off every horse I've ever been on. I'm an ox, and my primary enemy sign is the goat, and then the second one will be the horse. So that's why horses. I've been bucked off of every horse I've ever been on. And so I one it bucked me off and then just tore like lightning speed down the other side of the field. I was like, all right, we're not riding that guy. All right, let's get ready to seal this off here. Yeah, I feel queasy too at this point. I can't do upside down. All right, so I took a cruise. I was gifted a cruise, like 2012, 13, 14, 13. And great cruise, Norwegian cruise. I got mal-disembarkation syndrome. If you understand what the word mal, first off, is never any good, right? If you hear mal, it's like, ooh, what happened? Mal-disembarkation. So I got I didn't disembark proper. Like, no, my middle ear didn't stop rocking for a month. So for a month after my cruise, I was still on the cruise. Everything went like this for a month. Grateful, because 50% of people who get mal-disembarkation syndrome, it never stops. It's the rest of their life. So we will never step foot on a cruise ship again. I can do a boat. And I grew up on boats on the Ohio River, but will not most likely take a cruise again. The nausea, the first like 5 days on land was living hell when I was totally done with the cruise. But I was fine when I went to like shopping and bought this watch. It's like the law, right? You have to buy a watch or cologne when you're on a cruise, right? But no, so I did both cliche things, but nonetheless. All right. we're going to close this out. Conversations with Christy just went live. So we're going to close this up, seal it, so you guys can get over to Christy. You can say hello in the chat. All right, guys, let's close this out today with a group hug. And of course, let the dream amethyst settle in. And whatever you're trying to achieve today, when you try to get over that hump on the roller coaster there, let the roller coaster roll over the hill and achieve your dreams. It's time to achieve our dreams, right? And allow for that to not be so karmic to ourselves. That's the big thing. At least for myself. All right, guys, so let's close this out. We'll get over to Christy there and say, let's all pile in and crash her channel, right? All right, so left arm up, right arm up. We're going to do this kind of fast. All right, so energy, right? We're going to send love out of our left arm, right around in a circle. You'll see it rip right through my microphone and my heart chakra and come back around. So as you hear it thud my microphone, you hear it thump, thump, and then it'll come back around. You'll feel it in your right hand because the energy can spin up. So let's spin that energy up. We're going to spin it up faster, just like us. As we're spinning faster, we create our universe easier. We pull things into our frame based on our vibration. So we're going to send this energy that we're spinning up, we're going to lift it up, keep spinning, and we're going to lift it up. And we're sending that energy up to the greater source field, right? So we're sending all of our love to everyone on planet Earth. We're lifting that energy up into the higher energetic field, into the field of everybody. We lift that energy up and we hold it there. And we see each other and everybody on this planet in the highest loving light. We see those without four walls in geodesic domes because it's better for you anyways, right? So there we go. The four walls is actually built as a trap. But we see you in a geodesic dome. There's something without corners, right? More flow, more feng shui. If we had no more corners, we'd have more flow in our universe. We see each and everybody in those geodesic domes with ready food, right? We see their pantries full and we see their fridges, and everybody should have a fridge on this planet. There's no reason why we do not, other than to create more divide, right? And so everybody has a fridge, and we see everybody with food in their fridge. There's enough food on this planet to shove into everybody's fridge that they'd have to use their to close the fridge. It's us, humanity, who creates that divide. We see everybody who is drinking terrible water, which is about 40% of this planet, with clean, fresh water that's not running in their house. We see them stepping out into a central pump in the middle of their town where they can get easy access to very clean and fresh water. And we see those out there without medical care, without love in their universe, and two somehow tend to tie together, right? We see those without medical care, access to deserving medical care. There's nobody on this planet who should be suffering in any sort of pain because they have no lack of cash. Their value is not in cash. Their value is in being source. So we see each and everybody who has some sort of health ailment being humanely treated as source, just like the person who's treating them and taking it in love. We see those out there needing healing, like Rick, healthy, wealthy, and wise. We see Chloe selling out all of her crystals and the shungite that she has available on my community page. Check it out. We see Suzette leaving the house for a 4-day respite and her mom not unplugging the fridge, right? Or turning off the heat. And we see all of those out there. We see Lindsay in an amazing living situation with fresh fruits and vegetables and her kids hanging around, and everybody is happy, right? So we see all of your universes and our universes in the highest loving light. And we see each of our roller coasters over the hump. And we see Mother Gaia cleansed of all forever chemicals, all plastics, and all garbage. We see soldiers, all the soldiers of the universe, putting their weapons down and shaking the hands of those they otherwise would have just shot for no reason. And we see the governments of the world apologizing to its citizens for karmically spending their money, for wasting their time, and for treating them like crap. For that, we say, hallelujah. So it is. All right, guys. And we seal it. All right. Let's get over to Christy and dive into her chat and say hello. Conversations with Christy. Somebody wants to put that in the link. Somebody probably already did. if you want to put that link in there, that would be blessed, and we can dive over there. And yeah. All right, guys. Grateful for all of you. Remember, everything you do helps to create your loving, living universe. If you're still in your darkness, as you release the darkness to the light, and you allow your roller coaster to go over the hump, right, into the next, you spread yourselves out. You vibrate faster. You step into your loving, living universe. Light shines brighter, and you create your universe in light body. You want an instant weight loss program. Let go of all your darkness to your highest self. All right, guys, I'll see you over at Christie's. We love you. Stay awesome because you are. Takes me about 3 or 4 minutes at least to unprivatize all this so I can get over there. But I will see you in the chat. Remember, you are worthy of that roller coaster. You are worthy of the rest of the ride. So let the roller coaster go over the hill and enjoy the ride because you climbed into the seat. Stay awesome. See you all in the next.